In a world full of nerds, you have found the Neon Pocket Dimension, a place where you could be a nerd with us. Yeah, what's up? This is Neon Pocket Dimension. My stupid little dumb beat I made. Ableton stock synthesizers, analog. That's a good one. My name is Jacob. I'm here with the other two hosts. What's your names, boys?
Woo, I'm Luke Shot First, also known as Gage Luke. I think swap them around.
Sweet.
I'm Miguel. Boxcar Miguel.
Nice.
Yep.
And this is a podcast of some sort. It's also a live stream you could check out every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, twitch.tv/Neon Pocket Dimension. But if you do miss us live, you can check us out on YouTube. Just search Odd Valley or Neon Pocket Dimension, and you'll find the Odd Valley Studios channel there, and we got a playlist on there. You can check out all the episodes later. What else we got? Oh, and then, we're on Twitter. We're on everything, so just go ahead and find us, and we'll plug all our other shit later. Boys, how are you feeling today?
Dude, it's a hump day. It's a hump day kind of day.
I'm tired.
I was like, okay, wait. You said hump day, and I was gonna do the hump motion, but I was like, ooh, should I not do the hump? And so I just did like a hump dance.
Strictly against Twitch regulations. I'm just kidding.
Is that a hump?
Oh yeah, that works.
A hump and pump. All right, you can't really see my.
You're thrusting.
You can't see. Yeah, I'm thrusting wildly. Check out this. Well, I'm sorry.
Go for it.
Go ahead, Gage.
There's these stupid street signs around my town that where like they used to call them speed bumps, right? Right, like now they're speed humps. What's up with that? But every time I go over them, when my wife's in the car, I pretend to speed hump and she doesn't laugh. But it's a good. I like it.
You humping
I'm
it
humping
up
while driving.
You humping it up, dude. That's really funny. You know what? You bring up street signs. There's this. I drive past this high school every day on the way to work, and right next door there's a fire truck or a fire station, and it like the whole fire station ahead sign is upside down, and I just look at it every day and I'm like, still like that, and drive past it.
I always like the street sign that says slow children playing, or it's supposed to be like slow comma children playing, but it just says slow children playing. I'm like, that's kind of mean,
Yeah, dead. What is it? Don't dead inside or whatever. That whole.
Yeah.
What is it? Isn't that? Fuck, I'm trying to remember. What's the name of that? Walking Dead. There you go. It's don't dead inside or don't. Oh, open, don't, dead inside, or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah,
now I gotta look that up, guys. I just fucked that all up.
You definitely fucked that up. But I know I was picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, it's literally a subreddit that's dedicated to when people write stuff in a weird order and they expect you to understand what they're talking about. But if you read it left to right, it's always stupid, slow children.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, the Neon Pocket Dimension is a podcast all about nerding out on whatever the fuck you want to nerd out on. Typically, that's video games, movies, anime, stuff like that that we like to do. One day we were talking about card games, tabletop games, we like that stuff. We like games, but
slow children.
Yeah, slow children. We might nerd out on street signs like we just did.
Sure. You could nerd out on those, but okay.
Yeah.
Wrong in some way, but
I don't know.
Continue.
It's more about the street signs, I would say, than the actual children. But yeah, that's what this show's all about, man. It's not. I mean, we're all gamers here. We talk about video games a lot, But there's always a chance we could talk about movies one week, or just have a guest on to talk about parasailing,
That'd be rad.
You know what I mean?
Do you have anyone?
No, I don't know. That's me pulling from the ether, because I was gonna say pin cushioning, and I was like, that's not right, isn't it? Sewing. I should have said sewing, and then I just
probably.
Then I just said parasailing instead. That's
That's like a weaver on here.
Fun fact about yours truly, I'm a damn good knitter. I can knit up a storm.
Oh,
wow.
really?
Yeah,
When's
when
the
I
last
went
time you-
last thing I knitted was a scarf for my mom. It was a Christmas present that was supposed to be for Christmas in 2019. Didn't give it to her until 2021, but that's okay.
Holy shit.
No, you put a lot of extra care and love into it.
No, I just put it down for about 9 months.
Oh, that's cool.
It's all good.
I just wanted to call out, like, by the way, if you do like all our fun graphic arts for this show, that's all the work of Luke Shot First over here, aka Gage. And I just had the green screen up, so check out this like weird but awesome glasses NPD thing behind me. So I have another icon I'll show off if we do get to the B-roll later, but I just want to show that off. But
Rotating
anyway,
graphics.
yeah.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, all the thumbnails, all the cool shit, stuff I don't do on Odd Valley because I'm way more lazy with that show. Just post it up and hope for the best. But anyway, this is a Sectors episode of Neon Pocket Dimension, which is going to be a recurring type of episode. So basically the way we'll break it down, every episode we do the WYBNOO, which we'll get into. If you know, you know. And we'll keep it short this time. And then we get into our sectors, which is reminiscent to, if you're really old Odd Valley fan, you may remember Tend to Talk. So it's kind of similar to that, where we all have our own like little topic, 15 minutes on this show, where we get to talk about whatever we want to talk about, whatever we are nerding, or whatever nerd topic we want to bring to the table. And then that's that. So let's start with this. Miguel, what you been nerding out on this week, man?
Unfortunately, not a whole lot. I haven't really been able to play Game Pass. It's probably the one thing that I've been doing. I've still been playing Sable.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
Group Fandango. Nothing too crazy. What did I do this weekend? I watched something that I thought was pretty decent. The Gray Man on Netflix.
Oh, cool. How was it?
Yeah,
With Gosling and Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. Yeah, it's not bad. It's worth a watch. Chris Evans being a douchebag works perfectly. So I would recommend that movie.
Right on.
There was something else I watched too, and I don't remember what it was.
Have you seen
But
Prey
nothing
yet?
crazy. What's that?
Have you seen Prey yet?
Oh, that was the other thing that I haven't finished it yet.
Oh, okay. You haven't finished the film.
I got like a quarter of the way through before I fell asleep.
Yeah, late night movie sessions.
Just boring, just because I was tired.
Right. Yeah. We're aging nerds, so we get tired. Yeah. You know, we don't have.
Not quite geriatric, but getting there.
We don't just subsist on energy drinks and Doritos. Okay, we have to go to sleep at a certain time of night and pass out while watching.
Well, I do have a bag of Doritos right here.
I mean, I have one downstairs too, so I don't know.
No, Aisha brought those for me, my wife, and I was like, I'm not going to eat Doritos on the show, but thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you showing that. Miguel, you just said something and I couldn't hear it. I'm sorry. What was that?
The good flavor.
Oh, ranch? Yeah, ranch is the good flavor.
That's the good flavor.
I also like spicy nacho, which I have a bag of downstairs. You know what I mean? That's
Nice.
a pretty good.
That's up there.
I feel like spicy nacho is like the better version of nacho cheese, but like because it's spicy, I have to choose like, do I want my tummy to hurt tonight, or am I just gonna go for just the cheese? You know what I mean?
Don't make your tummy hurt.
Spicy things do, you know. So
Actually, fake spicy things like that, where it's just like cayenne pepper.
right,
I prefer the Tapatio Doritos if we're gonna go spicy.
so good. You're right.
I don't think I've ever had those.
You never had
Those
the
are-
Tapatios.
I'm a big Tapatio fan, so
They're
I should have
amazing.
those.
If you have not had those, I highly recommend.
The homie Steven Singer Bro in chat says I like the green bag. The salsa verde chips are good too.
Yeah, those are pretty good
Kinda
too.
I like those as well.
I think
Honestly, though, overall, most Doritos aren't bad.
true.
Most flavors.
But my favorite salsa verde flavor has got to be, I think that it's Tostitos, and it looks like that one bag, like the taco seasoning style one or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
They got a salsa verde one. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about. Those are good.
That's a good bag. We nerd out on food here too, by the way. What was that? About 2 minutes? I think so. Miguel, you got anything else throw out there?
No, just food in general. You want to talk about noodles? We talk about noodles.
Quickly.
No, it's all good, dude. Go ahead.
Ramen?
Noodles. No, it was Shang artisan noodle.
Okay. Shang. Maybe that can be your endorsement later. I don't know.
I highly recommend that place.
Right on, man. Gage. Hell, you been nerding out on, bro. What you been nerding out on this week? WYBNOO, baby.
I'm WYBNOOing, man. I've been nerding out on. We mentioned it briefly, but Prey. I turned on that movie with like zero expectations. Like really, I had seen like a trailer, I think, for it in front of something, and I was like, oh, that might be kind of cool. Whatever, it's a cool premise. And I turned it on and I watched it with my wife, and it was cool because I didn't tell her it was a Predator movie.
Oh, okay.
I just told her it was like this movie called Prey that I wanted to watch, and so she jumped in. And so when the Predator showed up, she was like really surprised, which was rad. She's like, wait, that looks just like a Predator. I'm like, yeah, it's a Predator movie. And she was like, what? That's awesome. And I think it really made the movie for her, but it was like surprisingly really good. I had, the last Predator movie that I liked was the Adrian Brody one where they're like on their planet.
Same.
That one was okay.
Excellent.
That one was pretty good.
That's an excellent movie.
And then this one I thought was just, I don't know, it just felt like it's very much just a retread of like the first Predator in a lot of ways, but I think they did a good job with it, and I think there was some good like hunter versus hunted stuff going on, and it was just cool that there's like a Comanche version and stuff. Although I will say I think the Comanche version should have been the default, and with an English dub as opposed to the other way around. I thought that would have been cool because it's kind of weird when like the Frenchmen have like a translator who's supposed to be able to speak Comanche, and like he speaks in English so that we can understand him as opposed to French, but there's like not subtitles for the French. Like I found that as a little dissonant, but other than that, it was really cool.
Did you watch it in English or Comanche?
I watched it in English, but I was like, it would be cool if this was just in Comanche, like,
So
but
I
guess
tried watching the Comanche version, and I was very. I kind of wish they would have filmed it in Comanche.
Yeah, that's what he was
what I mean.
just saying. Yeah.
All the actors probably don't know Comanche and probably wouldn't learn it fast enough for them to actually film it that way.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
But
yeah,
it just felt like it would have. It didn't. I don't know. It just didn't feel right. The dub.
It's a dub, right? So it's gonna feel off. Yeah.
Yeah. So it felt very off. But I would agree with you. I thought it was pretty neat that they had a Comanche version.
it is neat. Yeah,
cool.
It's neat, but kind of squandered, is what I hear. But
it's like it'd be would be rad if Hollywood could get to a place where it's like, hey, subtitle films are just as
mm-hmm.
I don't know, viable.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, true. I mean, I just think, I don't think it's Comanche or anything, but Apocalyptica is the movie that comes to mind, and I dug that movie.
Yeah, that was, as much as I don't like, what's his name? Overall, that movie, it's a fun movie.
It's a good movie. I like that one.
It's good.
It's
absolutely
pretty hardcore, but that whole movie is like, it's shot, they're speaking the native language, so that, like, to me is like what it could have been like. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Could've
Yeah,
conveyed those
had it been
emotions.
done that way. Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Like, I don't think they're all Native American, like the actors. Like, I think they might be. I don't know. I'm actually not sure.
I think some of them did redo their lines in Comanche, so some of them were, but I don't know if it was the whole cast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
I don't know about the main girl, but she is, I believe, of Comanche descent.
Yeah, she's
that's good.
definitely Native American. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I hope they used all Native Americans, but I'm just like you're saying. Who knows if all of them could speak Comanche or whatever. And that could take extra time. I heard this movie also had some kind of so-so CGI, but that's not gonna stop me, dude. Honestly, we still haven't watched it. It's on the docket.
It was just like the Predator ship had some pretty crummy CGI.
Yeah.
I'd say like the actual Predator stuff was really good practical effects. There's like really cool moments where like blood like gets on the cloaked elements of the Predator, and it looked really good. So I think it was just like they skimped on some of the like the more spacey stuff, but you only see those for like little clips. So
Yeah. See, I mean, it's just to set the scene. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, well, the CGI in the Predator, although albeit not as good of a film, is better than this movie, and I just don't. I mean, you have to have at least the same standards of CGI work, or I'm just not going to be interested in this film. What do you guys think?
Your picky nerd voice sounds like Stephen Colbert doing Eric Trump.
Yikes!
I liked it.
I love it. Okay, so what was I gonna say? What was it gonna say?
I got one more. I got one more WYBNOO, and then I can be done.
Sure.
The other thing I have been nerding out on this week is Light and Magic, which is a docu-series on Disney Plus about ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, which is like essentially the first special effects house that George Lucas co-created with some Silicon Valley guys and some LA, like total hood rats kind of. It's like totally like a ragtag team of engineers and artists and stuff, and it's just it's an awesome series. It starts off like on the first Star Wars and then moves through the evolution of ILM, but there's some crazy stuff that comes out of there, and it's fascinating if you like Star Wars, or tons of movies, all the Amblin Steven Spielberg films, all the Harry Potter films, everything that comes after that is all like made possible by ILM in a lot of ways. So yeah, really interesting. I highly recommend it.
Disney Plus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta watch it.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it. Also, today I found out about Marvel Legends or something, and it's supposed to break down like the characters. So if you don't want to watch all the Marvel movies and you just kind of want to know what the fuck's going on with all these characters, you could just watch those for each character, and then just kind of like maybe watch Endgame maybe watch Infinity War and Endgame,
like
and
the
then
Avengers
just move on
movies.
to like
totally.
current phase or something, which I just find it to be interesting. And like I saw a trailer for like the Hulk on there, and I was like, "Ooh, maybe is it just a super cut of all the Hulk scenes? If so, I'm down. I'll just watch that because I love the Hulk."
It's cool. It's good for like like right before I rewatched or right before I watched WandaVision, there was like a Wanda one, it was Wanda and Vision, I think, and it just like recaps their whole storyline in the MCU up to then. So it's definitely cool because it's like almost like a little previously on, but like specific to those characters.
I like that.
Cool.
I like that, and I want to check it out. What have I been nerding out on this week? I'll keep mine really short. A lot of Civilization 6, to the point where I'm playing one game on my Switch and one game on my PC, and the PC game is doomed, man. It's like I started as Spain, and I'm fucked. Like, I got fucked completely. Like, I've tried to expand, motherfuckers were there. I expand the other way, motherfuckers were there too. And then I just got completely attacked by like barbarians at every turn. So now like my score is so much lower than the computers. But I'm determined to just stick it out. So I'm just building a massive army. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just going to bomb the shit out of everyone and hope for the best. And then on my Switch version, I think things are going better. But I'm only playing that version like when I'm walking on the treadmill. I attach those like wrist thingies. Right, and there's like a little thing where you could set the Switch down, pull the Switch motes off.
Oh yeah.
Right. What do you call them? Nunchucks.
Mm-hmm.
What are they called again?
Wiimotes. No,
it's not. It's also not Wiimotes. What do they have to? Why does it? Joy-Cons. Why is there a vocabulary to understand Nintendo things? You know what I mean? They have to create words. Some bullshit. Anyway, yeah. So I just attach those wrist things, and I'm just like walking my merry way while I decide to like move a spearman over here, and I'm just obsessed with Civilization, and I'm still playing that Unciv mobile game, which is absolutely free and like kind of open source and like kind of community developed. It's a really interesting game. So, and in that game, I'm full on dominating. Like I'm literally like there's like 30 knights about to invade this Carthage to the southwest, and that person's fucked. They decide like I have all the city states in my pocket, and there's one city state that I met that's like right by them, and they sent out a quest to like, oh, we're being attacked by Carthage, someone attack Carthage, and I'm like, I've been building my military for this moment, deciding which one I'm going to destroy first. So fun game. I just love these strategy games. Also, I want to try out 2 Point Campus, which just came out, and it's on Game Pass day and date. So definitely going to check that out. But then, of course, because I can't fucking get enough, I'm obsessed. I'm over here playing Elden Ring again in my second playthrough. And I just destroyed all of Liurnia, including the manor, the Karya Manor and stuff. And now I'm like down, and I just made it over to Caelid. Like the second time you go down there. Because the first time you get teleported by that treasure chest or whatever, and then you need to do a little exploration. And when I was like finishing the first area, Limgrave or whatever, I like went in there just to get a couple of the Sites of Grace done and stuff. And now I'm just like in Caelid, so I'm just, I don't know, it's just so fun. But again, like this second playthrough is in a New Game Plus. Like I just started a fresh astrologer as my first player was like all strength, unga bunga, big hammer, smashy build. I'm over here now casting like mainly magic, and so it's like basically I'm playing a whole different game.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
I can't wait to play a second playthrough. I'm really excited for it. Yeah.
Oh, and then I'll just say that this Gage motherfucker over here, we tried to take down Radigan. I don't know how many attempts. It had to at least be 20, and we couldn't take him down.
20.
So we'll keep at it. And
we kept getting through Radagon, and then the Elden Beast. We would.
Man.
Yeah, there was just a couple of stupid moves that kept getting us, and yeah.
There was a patch very recently, like yesterday or today or the day before or today or something, that buffs the
1.6.
weapons I use specifically on my character, like great hammers.
Mine too.
And great axes and stuff. So I'm like, oh yeah, we got
great
this.
Swords, which is what I use.
Right, great swords.
Yeah.
So we're about to go in there and fucking, we're about to turn Radigan into Radagon, baby. Woo! Get out of here, bitch.
I have to say, I had the closest Melania fight. I had her just like this. I got so close, and my mimic was like he healed himself, and I was like, oh yes, we got this.
Yeah.
And then she was like attacking my mimic, and I was like, this is it. I'm going in for the final blow. And
Dog is going crazy.
Her big sword dance started off like targeting him, and then for whatever reason just switched to attacking me, and I just got pummeled, and it was the worst feeling ever. But oh well.
So close,
so
man.
I think we could probably go in there and get her in like one try, because I was feeling real good about her. So
just stack all the rot protection. I think that's immunity. You know what I mean?
I have also, my bleed weapon does work on her, like it really does. So when I was using my mimic, like we both had the bleed weapon, so she was just getting pummeled. So, but yeah,
There you go. That's what we've been nerding out WYBNOO for the week. It's time to get into the sectors. We're gonna start with Miguel this time around. I don't think you were here for the last sectors, were you?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. It was like episode 3 or 2 or something. It's like really early. But anyway. Here's your sector. So I'm going to hit the timer. Bam. Come on. There it goes.
So I just wanted to talk about how sad it was to lose Okura recently. I think on the 30th. And I don't know how much of a big Star Wars or Star Trek fans you guys are. But I was very, 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 very disappointed that she passed. I mean, it's to be expected. She was pretty old, I think. In her 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure. Let me check.
Yeah, Nicole Nichols.
Yeah.
The actress. Let me pull it up in B-roll here.
She was pretty awesome. She did a lot for, African American actresses back then, especially.
Yep.
Even though the original series was not my first Star Trek. I grew up watching Next Generation, so
yeah, same here. Yeah, that was definitely like my dad and my brother talk about the OG Star Trek a lot. But yeah, Nichelle Nichols set precedents, and like essentially like she even talked about this story. Like I was listening, they were talking to her on NPR or something. Like they were playing like an old interview with her, and it was something like she wanted to quit Star Trek because of whatever reason, like to go to some other show or whatever. She was sick of it, and basically like, or either that or she wanted to go protest or something like that, you know, because it was during the civil rights movement. And she said that Martin Luther King told her, no, you're already doing like you're fighting just by being on TV and like showing people that like, you know, black people are human beings. And so essentially she kept being on Star Trek because Martin Luther King told her you should do it. And that's a really cool fucking story. And also like I think the first interracial kiss ever on television was between her and William Shatner.
Yep.
So setting a lot of precedents there and like breaking barriers. Nichelle Nichols, rest in peace. We love you. We're sorry to see you go. Miguel,
live long and prosper.
Disappointed.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to pull up some celebrity deaths of the year?
Meatloaf died. Who I can remember off the top of my head.
Oh my God, was that this year?
Who did?
This year.
Meatloaf.
Who? Oh,
Meatloaf.
Yeah, the musician. Come on, man. Bad out of hell.
Yeah, bad out of hell.
I'm very aware of Meatloaf.
I won't do that, you know. Also, what was his name?
Fight Club.
His
name is Robert Paulson.
His name was Robert Paulson, yeah. He had big old, huge titties. Remember when he, Edward Norton, he brings him in for the hug?
It was so random that he was in that movie. I remember the first time seeing that, was like, is that Meatloaf? Is that for real?
I didn't know about Meatloaf when I saw that movie like the first 15 times. You know what I mean?
You know why? I
just didn't know what he looked like.
learned about him from VH1's top worst songs of all time.
Oh no!
And one of his was on there. I think it was "I Won't Do That." Maybe it was worst song lyrics of all time. I forget. But
yeah,
and that's how I knew about Meatloaf originally. But rest in peace.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate. That's how you remember him.
And what was his
fond memories of Meatloaf? But that's how I discovered him. Let's put it that way.
Let's see, Meatloaf.
Olivia Newton-John just died too.
Rocky Horror.
She did.
Yeah, she did, and that's really sad.
I was into Grease and Olivia herself. I had a coworker basically say, "Oh no, that was every boy's like wet dream essentially when I was a kid."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Okay, fair enough."
I mean,
I could see it.
When she comes back with like way too much makeup on, and the blonde hair just all poofed out. That's sex appeal, dude. No, you know, honestly, I've never really been into blondes. You know what I mean?
Me neither, man.
So,
I've never had a thing for it.
Maybe Sharon Stone.
It depends on the blonde.
It does.
Generally,
yeah.
Definitely depends on the blonde.
Like, I feel like a lot of dudes, well, or at least back in the day, but like, there's just some dudes out there who are like, "Oh, I see blonde hair. I got at least a chub. I'm at least halfway there." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The flag has been pulled at least a few like cord pulls up. You know what I mean?
Lengths. Yeah. All right.
Is that what you call that?
ScarJo in Lost in Translation. She's blonde in that movie, but I thought she was really cute.
ScarJo's, she's
that's young ScarJo too, though.
She's
so it's different.
Is what it is.
I think it is.
I mean the first time I ever saw Scarlett Johansson was in 8-Legged Freaks, and she was hot in that movie. And I was like, dang, she got some big old titties.
Forgot about that.
She got some big old titties, because there's a scene where they walk in on her in the bathroom, and you see some side boob. And I was like, who is this woman? You know what I mean? And then she blew up. What?
How old was she in that movie?
I don't know.
I mean,
she's enough.
She was
18.
She was playing like a college kid or something in that movie, right?
Yeah. She's like 18 to 20 something in that film.
Well, no. The only reason I ask is because I have no reference point as far as when it came out. I don't remember when. I don't
remember. It's early 2000s, dude. When
the first thing I remember seeing her in was Ghost World.
Oh yeah.
Laura Birch.
I'd never seen that movie until Joy made me watch it, like, very recently, like, 3 or 4 years ago or something.
I like that movie. Got Steve Buscemi.
That movie's fucking weird, but cool.
Weird, but it's good.
I'm like,
I was gonna say Nichelle Nichols pretty foxy.
oh yeah,
Yes.
she was definitely hot at the time, dude, for sure. And
Yeah, she's a fox.
And as an old woman, she just seemed like scrappy, like she could whoop your ass, dude. If you looked at her funny, but she could also smoke a doobie with you and be hella cool. You know what I mean?
Most deaf.
That's
tell you about the time she was hanging out with like Louis Armstrong or something.
Right. She like, yo, this one time I was hanging out with Martin Luther King, and he took his loafers off.
She'd call him Dr. King probably.
And he wasn't wearing socks. And then I just never asked him about it. You know, like what if she had a story like that?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I don't know, man.
Good headcanon.
I'm just trying to come up with stories that aren't true. Who else died? Oh wait, by the way, Olivia Newton-John. You guys are talking about Grease. I grew up watching Grease with my sister. She loved that movie, so we watched it a million times. So yeah.
Were you a fan or no?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when I was a kid, I guess I was a fan. But like now as an adult, I know that I appreciate it. You know what I mean? As a kid, I was like, well, let's watch it, and I was kind of into it. And my sister always tried to make me sing the songs, but I'd be like really embarrassed, you know. And then like, no. I'm sorry, what? One more time?
Even though you really wanted to?
No, I don't know. Maybe I did. I don't think I did. I got chills. They're multiplying. Yeah, that's right, baby. Olivia Newton-John though is her solo song in that movie is the one scene I would always skip. So no disrespect, Olivia, rest in peace.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad song, you know, but it's the one where she's like really pining over stuff, and like it's like nighttime and she's looking at the moon and kind of just singing a slow song, and I was like, I don't like this. Can we skip this? What?
Just fast forward on the VHS.
Yeah. Because that's the sound it would make.
Gilbert Gottfried died this year. That was heavy. That was a bummer.
Yeah, fuck.
He was one of the ones I was sad about too.
Iago. But also much more. So much more. How many How many times did he tell the aristocrats joke? At least 100 times. I think he was in that documentary. If you've never seen the Aristocrats documentary, please watch it. It is so fucking awesome. It's all about the journey, man. I need to rewatch that. I learned a lot about jokes and comedians just by watching that documentary in theaters, not knowing exactly what it was. Vin Scully died. Apparently, that's really sad to sports fans. Ray Liotta. Yep.
I was sad about that one too.
Which, by the way, we were just watching a show or something where Ray Liotta plays someone's dad in it. I don't know if it's The Bear or something. It's one of those newer shows that I was watching with Mochi Squeeze. And Ray Liotta is the dad. And I was like, oh my God, this must have been the last thing he filmed before he passed away. And it just made me even more fucking sad, you know?
I wonder if they how they wrote him off or how they dealt with that.
Blackbird.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not The Bear. I just finished that, but
thank you, Mochi Squeeze.
Yeah.
She's now in chat. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mochi Squeeze.
This is Blackbird.
I recommended Blackbird actually.
Oh, you did? Well, it's really good, by the way. It's a very good show.
It's a miniseries, right? It's on Apple TV.
Right. So they don't need to write him off. He lived through the filming. And watch Blackbird. Watch Severance, also on Apple TV. Also that video game one with Ubisoft, which we'll get to in a little bit.
Mythic Quest spoilers for future segments.
Mythic Quest, yeah. See how I brought it around, man? See, I'm great at segues.
I see. Hey, man, you're all there.
You know what I mean? Miguel, you still do have like 4 minutes.
14.
Four. So excuse me.
Louis Anderson died too.
Louis Anderson, yeah. Fuck, man.
I used to watch him as on Louis. What was the name of the fucking show? Not Louis.
Not Louis.
You mean where he's a little kid?
Yes. What was the name of that show?
Guys, please help us. I can't remember. It's the Louis Anderson show, or it's a cartoon, and he's a kid, and he's like, "Hey, I'm riding my bike." What?
Life with Louie.
Life with Louis. Thank you.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
You watch a trailer.
It's not bad. Just him as a child, and he's being himself.
I'm not gonna pull it up on the B-roll this time. Paul Sorvino. That one's really sad. You know what? I am gonna pull up the B-roll. Here's just like ABC News is like, sad page of sadness.
Saget.
Oh God, I forgot Bob Saget died. That's fucked up.
It was
Wait,
fun.
Bob Saget died?
He fucking died.
I don't remember. I did not remember that. That's crazy.
Yeah, he died in January.
Who's Roger Mosley?
Yeah, January 9th.
Oh, Magnum PI. That's sad. Bill Russell of the Celtics? Is it a basketball player?
He was a savage, dude. He was like
badass.
So he was so good back in the day.
Dang.
That's like before my time in basketball, obviously, but I remember seeing that kind of stuff. Can we talk about Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters? Come on.
Oh yeah, Taylor Hawkins. Yeah, that's so sad.
We still don't really know what was up with that whole thing.
Is he on here somewhere?
Probably drugs.
See if I can find Taylor Hawkins. Taylor Hawkins is kind of low on this list. What's happening here?
I think that maybe it's by date.
I was gonna say, are they ranked, or how is this list set up?
Hey ABC, how do you rank celebrity deaths?
This one really was rough.
There he is, Taylor Hawkins. Yeah, really fucking sad. Although I am happy at least that they got that movie out. So at least he had some. I don't know. I'm just trying to make it positive.
Is the movie out?
That movie came out and went, and I need to watch it still.
Okay, one day I'll watch it. The thing is, like, the Foo Fighters, they're not my favorite, music or whatever, but they just all seem like generally good people with a good outlook on life. So that's why it's pretty sad that Taylor.
I'm actually like a fan of the Foo Fighters.
I mean, I like them. I'm not saying I just don't like. It's not often that you'll see like Foo Fighters on my Spotify, like just on purpose.
Right. I get that.
I saw them live. They were fucking killer live. They were super good live. So.
Right. Yeah, Gilbert Gottfried really fucking got me, dude. I was like really sad that day. I'm still sad about it.
Both Jerry Seinfeld and George Costanza's in canon mothers died this year from Seinfeld.
Oh my
God.
Wild. That's
really
fucked up.
Yeah, look, scroll up a little bit.
Where?
Keep going. Nope, down, I guess. Wait, right there.
Oh, Liz Sheridan. Yeah, you're right. That's Seinfeld's
if you
mom.
go, I think it's like in between there a little bit. You'll see George Costanza sitting on a couch with his mom.
Huh. I see Ivana Trump.
Yeah, Ivana Trump died.
She died.
Yeah, that's all right.
I think it's down here.
I saw it. It was in the middle somewhere.
Okay.
It was, yeah. Anyways, you'll see George Costanza there
I see
somewhere.
this guy. I don't really know who he is, but rest in peace to that.
Taylor
Oh, here you
Hawkins
go.
is George Costanza's
Estelle Harris. There you go. Estelle, rest in peace to her, man. Wow, that's really sad. If you never watched Seinfeld, you could just watch like the best episodes. Like if you just find like a wiki or something. But like Seinfeld's good. Just a good show.
That show is fucking amazing. It's great.
It's one of the goats.
Yes.
And I always talk about how like the plots wouldn't work in today's day and age because they all revolve around like pay phones and like making a call to like a message machine.
Lack of communications when like today it's just constant. Yeah.
We're supposed to meet at a movie at this time, but then like one person's late and they all go see the movie, but then like they just miss them and just things like that. But damn, is it good. It's definitely a slice of time. And I was sad about Meatloaf as well. So don't die. Just try not to die, guys.
It's all part of it. It's all good.
You know what I mean? Choose life. Not saying these people didn't, but
that's how you made it sound.
No, I'm just saying, I don't know, just live if you can. Because people are sad when you die, and you shouldn't do that if it's possible to avoid it. So, I don't know. That's all I have to say.
Live forever.
Is that dumb?
Is Jacob's.
I mean, die when it's time to die, but don't don't speed up the clock. Like let it Live.
Live, damn it.
Let's move on to the
Let's move on.
something more lighthearted. Go ahead, Gage. Your sector has now begun, my friend.
My sector. I'm gonna make we'll make sound effects for sectors at some point.
That's the sector opening.
See, I'm working on it.
It's time for sector 2.
So I guess I wanted to talk a little bit about ubiquitous software, aka Ubisoft.
Ubiquitous.
The other day, I was scrolling through my Switch because Aishu was watching something that I didn't care about. I think it was a Real Housewives of a place I didn't care about. I occasionally get sucked into to reality TV with her, and it's fun. But there's certain Real Housewives that I just can't do. So I was like, you know what? I haven't played my Switch in a while. I'm gonna turn it on and see what I got going on. And I was scrolling through, and nothing was really grabbing my attention. I have some games that I'm like in the middle of, but I just can't commit to like any big like story third person RPGs or anything like that right now because I'm just too Elden Ringed out.
Feel your pain, dude.
So I've only been wanting to play like little pass the time games or like little like indie games that don't feel like a huge commitment or whatever. But for whatever reason, I stopped on Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which I own on Switch. And I was like, I'm just gonna jump in here and just be a pirate for a little bit while she watches TV. And before you knew it, I was like 4 hours into that game. Started a new profile, and I was like sailing the seas on my big pirate ship, and just loving life in like that linear Assassin's Creed mode, and just I was hunting sharks and whales and making cool upgrades for my pistol and my blunderbuss, and getting a cool shark outfit for my pirate guy. And I was just reminiscing on days of good times with Ubisoft games, and Ubisoft is just in a really weird place right now, and it's just like one of the first times in a long time that I just like honestly don't know if this big huge studio that's like definitely still successful in a lot of ways is gonna ever like be something that I'm interested in again. So it's just kind of a shift in the gaming world in a way that I haven't seen in a while. And yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Have you guys played any Ubisoft games in the past couple of years?
Miguel?
I'm trying to remember the last one I played, to be honest with you.
The last Ubisoft game I played, probably fuck, I'm trying to remember the name of that game. Oh no. X Defiant. X Defiant.
You played X Defiant?
I did, yeah, and like I mean there was an NDA at the time, and I don't think it really matters anymore at this point because I think that game's like canceled or something. But yeah. I was in a beta test for it. Cool. I will say that there was some technical issues that basically made it unable for me to play properly. But I saw the potential.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, this could be cool. Now we're just hearing nothing about it. I do have Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but when I first got the Series X, that's like the first game I got, and it didn't mesh well with that what's that thing that where it loads up instantly? Fuck, what's it called?
Quick Resume.
Quick Resume. Thank you very much. It didn't mesh well with Quick Resume, so no matter what happened, if you didn't save your game before quick resuming it, you would lose all your progress.
Oh my god.
From the time that you last saved, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter if you saved it, like even if you manual saved it after quick resuming, all progress lost. And that happened to me 2 times, and I lost hours of progress, and I quit the game pretty much forever. And I reinstalled it recently, and I was like, maybe I'll play this. It's just sitting there on my hard drive of the Series X. Miguel, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I was gonna say the last game I remember now. It's The Division.
Oh yeah. Oh right. On PS4, right?
Oh yes, that's probably the last Ubisoft game I played.
It's funny when I got my PS4. Miguel was like playing the Division 2, so I bought it, got to max level. We played one time, never played it again. But it was fun the one time. I'm sorry.
Good
Go
time.
ahead.
Like overall, I thought the game got very repetitive and kind of boring, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah.
I spent a little time with it and I had fun while I did, but I fell off. I remember also. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like they're in a weird space. So if you don't know, Ubisoft has made a bunch of mistakes lately. There's been a bunch of allegations of misconduct, some of it sexual misconduct and harassment. There's been a bunch of layoffs of like upper management stuff, including like one of the main, I think he was like one of the creative directors for like pretty much essentially like making it so like he greenlit or denied certain like whichever games were going to be made, and apparently he was a big asshole and shitty to women, and he's like one of the reasons why Cassandra just like wasn't the main protagonist in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and
Odyssey.
they shoehorned in like the being the guy also if you want it to be.
Yeah.
And just a bunch of things like that. There's been I mean, obviously they were almost taken over by Vivendi, and so they made a bunch of like scrappy business moves and diversified their portfolio a ton to like keep the majority stake in the company. And while that was happening, I thought like Ubisoft was making a lot of good moves. But I just felt like they're always just in a weird space where they're like kind of almost being edgy and pushing the industry and doing like really cool concepts for games, but then they always just don't quite get there, or something about it is just off, or like they make some bad looking stuff. Like even what's it called? Far Cry 5, right? Far Cry 5 was coming out
That's the
right around the
newest
time.
one, right?
Say that again.
That's the newest one, right?
Far Cry 6 is the newest one with John Esposito.
Is Far Cry 5 the one like in America or whatever, and it's about like weird cultists like
yeah, it's
Jim
just
Jones
weird again
types.
with that game. Like I was like, oh cool, they're commenting on all like the MAGA stuff and the like
alt-right,
just kind of
alt-right
alt-right slash evangelical,
Mm-hmm.
that whole thing. And I was like, that's really heavy that Ubisoft is making a game about that. But then if you play the game, it's just so narratively dissonant between like, we're gonna just like smash big trucks and like have a bear that has grenades and
America.
Yeah.
Yeah, America, exactly. It was just weird. It was just a weird narratively dissonant game, and I don't know. I just don't know like what they could do to really bring me back. And then now the next Assassin's Creed, it sounds like, is going to be like a games as a service, just full on, and be like, it's called Assassin's Creed Infinite, codename Infinite.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be like they just keep adding
That means
stuff to it, and
they're just gonna give you a grappling hook if it's called Infinite, or what?
I was going to make that joke too.
That's a Halo joke. Everyone. Yes.
Yeah,
Halo.
yes.
Master Chief. Dude, put Master Chief in Assassin's Creed. Go ahead.
Do it. That'd be fine.
I don't know.
I don't know. I loved Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I thought Cassandra was a really cool protagonist. The world was really beautiful. The gameplay, I think they dialed it like to perfection for sure. But the only problem is like, I don't know. It's just like eventually there's so many quests, and the game goes on for like 90 hours or something. Like it's trying to be The Witcher, and they don't give you enough. Like I don't know, enough reasons to care to play a game 90 hours. They feel like they just want you to like keep going on fetch quests and keep just like doing these kind of generic things over and over again. And I'm just like, it sounded like Valhalla was very similar with that.
I've heard the same, yeah. It just goes on and on and on and on.
It just feels like the filler episodes of Naruto Shippuden or whatever, and that you're just like, why am I doing like this? Isn't getting the story anywhere, or it's not. I don't know.
100% honest.
So I'm a little disheartened because
I almost felt like that about the second one. Like
feel you.
Like that early on, in my opinion, the game has always been kind of very. You kind of get into certain areas, and it's the same thing over and over and over, and it gets a little boring. It becomes like work.
Yeah.
And it's just that's why I kind of stopped playing them, to be honest with you.
That's why I stopped playing MMOs, for the record.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah,
Although
absolutely.
I
Plus,
may. I'm sorry. What? Plus what?
their time suck.
Yeah. See, that's the thing, man. And when you have Game Pass, Miguel, which you now do, you see all those titles, and you're like, "Ooh, man, I want to play this. Ooh, I want to play this. Ooh,
Sometimes you
I
still
wanna
feel
play
like there's
this."
too many.
Oh
Too many
no!
options.
Oh no! Now I have 5 games installed, and I've only played one the whole time. Fuck! What do I do? What do I do? Good times.
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
even like we have with Game Pass, like I saw Assassin's Creed Origins is on there, and I remember I think it might have been at Games with Gold or something at some point because I have it or whatever already.
Dude, I have
But I'd never played it.
I have so many Assassin's Creed games that I got through Games with Gold. So many,
Yeah.
and including Black Flag, including the one like in London with the gangs, including every one of the Origins ones. I have like so many, but like, do I want to play them? I mean, I started playing that London one. The London one was pretty cool from what I played. The thing is with me is that I do like Assassin's Creed. I played through all of them up until Black Flag, and that means like 2 and the other 2 spin-offs from 2, all with like the Ezio collection essentially.
Yeah.
And 3, man, what a game. What a fuck up of a game. It had some cool moments, and I love the Revolutionary War era. They squandered it. They squandered it. I really feel like Black Flag to me is peak Assassin's Creed. Although Assassin's Creed
100%.
Blood 2 Brotherhood is still my favorite, I say, just cuz I don't know, it just has a place in my heart. But then it's just like there's so much like, okay, there's assassins. All right, cool. Now, well, I cared about Desmond, right? Desmond's fucking story, it was cool. And like there was a point to all this, and then Desmond dies. Spoiler alert, that was like 10 years ago, fucking forever ago.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, okay,
Totally.
now it's just like Assassin's Creed, just you go back in time, and that's all it's all about. You just like play a guy in your DNA history, and it's like, okay, it's formulaic now, and it's become now like an RPG, and it's like now it just goes on forever. And now they want a game that will never end, and it's just like, Ubisoft, learn something from this shit. EA puts out a real single player game that has like a full story Star Wars game, and it's like good, and it has an end, you know what I mean? And then EA is going to move on to the next one of those. And like I feel like EA should have learned something from that, like put out a good single player game that like ends and is like a good game. You know what I mean? But Ubisoft is just like, let's just make these big ass open world games, bro. That's all we do.
Yeah.
The same thing. Every fucking franchise, it's the same fucking shit. Just walk around to an icon on a map and do a thing, and then go to the next fucking icon, and like don't even take anything in. And you look at Elden Ring, and it's a game where like I guess they did add icons in there, just for the NPCs, okay, and just for the save points. Basically,
it's minimal.
It's very minimal, but it's a game where you walk around and you actually look at the fucking world and you explore it, and you are part of it. And you miss things, you miss things. If you're there, you're there. You know what I mean? It's like a world. It's not just like a big ass canvas to like try to get people to sit there and play it forever. You know what I mean?
And or like essentially a digital checklist. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, Ubisoft is doing it right with Rainbow Six Siege and Rainbow Six Extraction. Those games are good. I'll give them that.
They are. They're not really my type of games. Like they're a little too tactical for me. But that's the other thing is I really did love older Ghost Recons and older Rainbow Sixes. I just I really love like the modern Hitman games. I would love some more sandboxy type of stuff from that. Too tactical. I just mean like I like
I'm a lot of typos.
I've never really had a good squad to like communicate with. So if you're playing with randos in those games, I feel like you quickly don't have the capability to like do the correct thing. Yeah, we can make it happen. It's true.
You got a squad now, baby.
In the older Rainbow Six games, you could do it single player, but you would tell your other operatives what to do. And like I would love to see some more takes on that kind of thing with their Tom Clancy stuff. Even with their Tom Clancy stuff, I just feel like they're not. I don't know. Rainbow Six was the last time I think it was really dialed, but Siege, I mean, but like the Wildlands, what I've heard, some people like it, but it just doesn't feel like
It's on Game Pass
what I
now, so
want
we
from-
can experience that for ourselves if we want to.
Yeah, maybe let's try it out. I'll give it a chance, but I don't know. I just want
Do a
I want to like a
stream.
Ubisoft game again, and now they're making an Avatar game, which looks beautiful to be honest.
Miguel,
But again, they're doing the Avatar thing where you're like, does anyone care about this really?
you care about the blue guy? You want to play a blue guy game? Let me know, Miguel. You care about those? He doesn't care about the avatars.
and then they're making a Star Wars game, and I hope to God that the Star Wars game
Yeah.
isn't just
A
open
sexist
world
nightmare?
generic thing with a
What
yeah
kind
with the Star Wars skin.
A sexist open world nightmare. You can be the princess. No, you cannot be the princess because people do not care about playing as princess. I'm sorry. Is that French? I'm trying to be French. I sound like a mixture of Middle Eastern / I don't know,
Yeah,
Spanish, Italian.
That's like that was like a French guy in Algiers or something like that.
I apologize. Fuck
I
you,
just hope to
geek.
God that you don't play a generic white guy in that game. Like, let me play a goddamn alien in a Star Wars game, an infinite universe full of aliens, for Christ's sake.
You want to be a guy that does this
please.
on the box art? You know, like head tilted down.
Kit Fisto or Ayla Secula or someone cool like that.
Yeah.
This is what I'll
Oh, well.
say. Give me something new. I don't want any characters I know.
Oh, I
Fair
agree.
enough. Yeah.
But if it's a character creator, I better be able to be an alien. That's all I'm saying.
That's
top Star Wars alien, guys. Let's go. Quick quiz. Go.
like race.
Yeah. If you could be a Star Wars alien, which one you gonna be?
We're ranking races, guys.
I say the Wookiee, but that's only because I'm to Chewbacca. So.
That is a really good answer, by the way. Gage.
I gotta look up what they are called. Sorry, 1 second.
I'm just gonna throw that out. I'm just gonna throw this out there because it's at the top of my mind. Ithorian. That's right. You guys want to know what Ithorian is?
Yeah, I'd love to. Can you pull up some whatnot?
Oh, I'm gonna pull up the whatnot for you right now, dog.
I mean, I'm a big fan. Okay, I'm a big fan of. Oh yeah, these guys are rad.
Wait, why is it? God damn it! Hold on, let me open another window. This thing, you know the weird snail slut, like snaily looking dude. In fact, that would be me right there.
That's your favorite species?
I just said if I could pick. I don't know if it's my favorite, man. I don't know. I kind of do like Rhodians. Rhodians are fun.
I like me a Rhodian as well.
Yeah. Ooh, kiko, kaka, solo. You like that? Is that good?
I'm a big fan of. Yes, that was great. I'm a big fan of Twi'leks for sure.
Oh yeah, good one.
And then I also really like. I'm also a big fan of Doug's. I'm a big fan of the Doug.
Doug? How you spell it?
Doug. Sebulba is a Doug.
Oh, Sabulba.
Okay.
Yeah.
Miguel, did you say something about? Did you?
Did I?
Like sometimes you fully cut out, and which is why I fully stop everyone so I can make sure everybody can hear you on the recording. Did you say something about Gage being horny or something because he likes Twi'leks?
No, I said, what man doesn't like Twilight?
There you go. Thank you. I had to hear that. The people needed to hear that comment.
It's true.
Who doesn't like a Twi'lek? I mean, you know.
Yeah, there's some. I mean, you know, I was listening to an old. I was listening to an old kind of funny podcast.
How do you do it? Like this?
The other day, and they posed the question, why do men like breasts? And it's kind of the same thing with Twi'leks. It's like, why do men like Twi'leks so much?
It's all the excess skin, dude.
It's the skin, the
Extra
head.
skin.
They have breasts.
We like extra skin. You know those weird, like, little twirly head things? They're probably soft. Like, you squish them and you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Smooth.
I was going to say the same thing, and then I held back, but that's great.
It's like handlebars, right?
Oh, fuck! All right, I think it's time to
Fantastic.
transition. Let's transition into my sector. Unless Gage.
No, I'm good. That
you
was a
good?
great way to
That's fine.
leave that.
Well, I think we're all at the point. To sum up your thing, the Gitmo guy or whatever the fuck, Gitone, the guy at Ubisoft can suck a dick. Ubisoft, fix your shit. You know, this is the future. Don't be a dickhead.
I want to like Yves Guillemot, but I just don't. I'm losing faith. You know.
I don't like him. He needs to go. That's where I'm at. I'm sitting there. He's a sexist douchebag, and he's driving that company into the fucking ground. That's where I'm at. And Mochi Squeed said Ewoks.
Of course.
Hey.
Of course. We love Ewoks. I mean,
yeah.
But if you honestly, I would say Jawa over Ewok. I don't know why. I
agree.
I like
I
those.
100% agree.
I love that.
The Jawas are much more mysterious.
I mean, I love an Ewok because they're super cute and they're scrappy and great. But like Jawas, a little asshole scavenger.
The Ewoks are just there to be cute. Fuck the Ewoks. No. I'm sorry, they should have been killing
and they're literally budget Wookiees because they ran out of budget to make a planet full of Wookiees, and so they made Ewoks, which are smaller.
That's fucking incredible.
Fuck those guys.
So we didn't get Kashyyyk in the original trilogy because of Ewoks, so you can blame Ewoks for that. But they are cute, and they do that like little song. Which there's a video on YouTube where it's just a loop of it where the guy's like, you know that?
And Endor was filmed like right in my backyard. That whole area.
Oh,
so that's cool.
Shit!
Oh, that
Humboldt County.
If you guys ever come up here, I'll take you to a place where they filmed it. It's pretty rad.
I'm sorry for doxing you. Okay, let's continue. It's a big place.
Your sector.
It's a big place. My sector is all about multiplayer video games. I feel like we should just have a quick chat about this. I was thinking about it. You know what I mean? And like multiplayer games are interesting. So most of my life I've been a single player gamer. Just through the fact that like I kind of wasn't allowed to play online because it would always cost extra money or it would tie up the phone lines, stuff like that. And like I remember when I was a kid, I would do like LAN stuff over PC games, and I did do some dial-up modem like fucking Warcraft 2 and Command and Conquer games with my friend that lived down the street. That was really fun, but for the most part, I was always stuck playing single player games, and the only multiplayer experiences I would get would be like my sister, you know, sitting there and trying to battle me in Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo or something, or like maybe a friend from school playing a 2-player game like Clay Fighter or some dumb shit, or like on the N64 you had your friends all jumping on there playing GoldenEye, stuff like that. But it wasn't until like way later, you know, you get into the multiplayer online stuff with like, you know, Xbox 360, which sort of like the big era with consoles, and PC gaming was already going strong forever before that. But mostly like my gaming experiences were all single player, and I always wanted to play multiplayer games. But then you start to play multiplayer games, and then you realize that like a lot of mean people out there, you know what I mean? Or a lot of dumb people or a lot of crappy people. And just it's hard to find a team to really game with. And that's sort of the topic of what I'm getting at. So I posited a question actually to the internet. I don't think I got a lot of people on my poll here, but I put out a poll to kind of ask like, why do you play multiplayer games? Is it you know, just a game with your friends? Is it to get all sweaty and like really compete? Is it just to piss other people off? Or are you like, I don't even play multiplayer games, I'm only a single player gamer? And I'll ask that same poll question to the two of you. If you can answer from one of those four.
Go for it, Miguel.
I would say I'm like half and half. Depends on the game. And depends on if you can even get your schedule to align with the person to play, and if that person wants to play, do I want to play? I may not want to play.
Right.
I may just sit on my ass and do nothing because I'm tired. So I think as I've gotten older, it's become less and less important for me to play with others, unless we're like sitting on a couch. I want to do more of that. I would also like an arcade.
Ooh,
Like
God.
an arcade where I can go play games at an arcade.
You're saying
Those were the days.
You're saying all the right things right now, Miguel. This is awesome to hear. And we'll get back to what you're saying. Gage, can you answer the question? It's playing with friends,
Sure.
competing against others, getting sweaty / griefing, or only play single player. What would be your answer?
It's to play with friends for sure. I mean, I think the one game that I'm able to even compete at is Halo Infinite of late. I took some time and got pretty good at that, and I feel like I can actually come away with games that I feel satisfied, like I was a major member of the team. But for the most part, it's just been to recently to try and connect with friends. I've got a few friends that I don't hang out with that often anymore, but we play some games together, and then meeting people either in the Kind of Funny community or just other internet friends to squad up with has been really cool. And the nights where we get to actually play some games has been cool. And then during the pandemic, we did a lot of like game nights at our house, like whether it was Mario Party or we'd play like all the Jackbox games, or what is that game? Ultimate Chicken Horse. We got into a lot of that.
Oh yeah, I remember that game.
Oh yeah, and so yeah, classic. Yeah, just kind of classic multiplayer. Play with friends, get goofy.
Get goofy and freeze.
Get goofy and freeze, absolutely. I love doing that.
Okay,
Sorry.
that wasn't me, because like Miguel chimed in at the perfect time. You're back, I think.
All right, word. All right, I'm back.
Yeah,
it might have been because I was in the Twitch app doing some stuff. But
it happens.
I'll stop.
It happens.
Yeah, just to get goofy and hang out with friends and like turn it into a drinking game and have a good time or whatever. Yeah,
that's another.
Yeah, I can see that being a lot of fun.
That's another great thing to bring up. So Miguel brought up couch play multiplayer, arcades. Gage brought up drinking games. That's really fun. Also earlier today in the Kind of Funny chat, I asked some Twitch homies, what's their favorite thing about multiplayer games? Majestic Straw, he said clicking heads and ripping them to shreds. Shout outs to Nitro Rifle, Annie Cortez, for that one. That's a good one. Yeah, I mean, hey, I like popping off. If the homie Singer Bro knows about me in Halo, especially, I pop the fuck off and I click them heads. Hedgie Huga, was it Hedgie or Heiji? It's Hedgie Huga, said, I really shy away from multiplayer games. The ongoing nature makes it feel like an inevitability that the game will eventually morph into something I no longer enjoy, which I find to be very interesting, and I totally identify with. Look at From Software games like Elden Ring and stuff. I mean, PvE, like just battling normal enemies, it's fun because you can use kind of any build. The second you step into PvP, you're like, oh boy, this is people have min-maxed, and you know what I mean? Like they have built their character out to be as annoying and ridiculous as possible, to exploit every possible situation they can to fully destroy you, to the point where it's not like you can't just play the game. You have to like spend time watching YouTubers talk about builds and like fucking read wikis about like the best this and the best that. And to me, like that fully turns me off from multiplayer games.
Me too.
Not at that point.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it's
not a good time.
Like Gage was just saying, like Halo, right? Good example of like, okay, that's a fun game because it's not about like, oh, what kit did I equip my character with? It's like, all right, everyone starts with the same fucking assault rifle and pistol. You have to find the stuff in the level, to make your character have a better like weapon or whatever. But it's all about like everyone just kind of jumps in and plays, and like I like that about multiplayer games. That's kind of why I like FPS games more when it comes to multiplayer a lot. At least when it comes to like more competitive stuff. But like games like RPGs or like games where you can pay to win, I don't. It's kind of the same reason why I don't want to like engage with fighting games as much because I know that I would have to sit there and pour hours into training mode just to even like have a fucking chance, you know, and that's just boring to me, you know?
Yeah, like I love a fighting game when maybe, you know, like when everyone's kind of on a similar level, or everyone's like, some people are button mashers and some people like know a few combos or know how to do grabs or things like that. Because button mashers in a lot of those circumstances, when you're not like way over their level, can sometimes win. You know, like I play a lot of Soul Calibur with my wife. Actually, she really likes that game, and she'll totally beat my ass like just because she like spams some cheap ass move. And I'm like, that's cool, man. Like, do what you got to do. Like, I'd rather have you win some. I don't want to just be kicking your butt the whole time. So,
yeah, agreed.
You know, but like if I play someone who's like, I'm a fighting game person, I'm just gonna get absolutely destroyed. And it's like, all right, what? All right, you know,
fuck out of here. I don't want to do this shit.
Yeah. Right.
Boring. Fun.
I got a few more too, and I'll just read through them quickly. Or I'll just stop if we have a talking point. But PJ Julian, he's the homie. By the way, if we ever take a trip to Japan, he's gonna show us around Osaka. So we'll keep that homie in our back pocket. You know what I mean? He's a cool ass dude. I told him to come Vegas too, so I'll show him around. I mean, obviously, same to you, Gage. You know, come to Vegas. But PJ Julian said,
"Oh, I will."
I play multiplayer for Monster Hunter Rise to get the hunt job done fast. So there you go. Spall2714 said, multiplayer games, I like the social aspect. In my adulthood, I very rarely played multiplayer games without friends. Majestic Straw again said the camaraderie, and he said college playing Mario Kart 64, and you had to finish a beer by the end of the map, but you couldn't drink while driving. That kind of touches on the type of shit Gage was talking about with drinking games.
I love that game.
Like another fun one is Smash Bros. Like every time that you die, you got to finish your drink or something, or take a shot. You know, stuff like that. OMGLX, the other OMG out there, homie.
We gotta get them on here so that we can have an OMG takeover.
Oh, I know. You know, there's got to be OMG fam night. But you know, he may get guests on the show one day. He says, hanging with friends, I'm more into the competitive. He said, I'm more into the cooperative multiplayer these days than the competitive. Just want to chill and shoot the shit while shooting the shit. Catch up with everyone, vent, gossip, etc. Which seems to be like the general consensus here. That's sort of like my thing as well. Charles Jacobson, cool ass dude, British guy.
Oh yeah.
He said, as a Warframe player, I love when I can get to help someone and really lift their day up. I've played it so much, I can help with a lot, and I don't really care to have them pay for the things in the game. It's just nice to do something nice for someone, you know? And that's really cool of him. Wow. And also Mr. Hawks, Mr_Hawks182 has a similar thing here. The only multiplayer experience I've ever gotten into is Fallout 76. It was the community of people that I met that made it great for me, as we had the freedom to just play along each other and work together. All the positivity made up for the game's ... shortcomings. So I think the general consensus is like, we all want to just kind of like game with homies. It's fun to get competitive when you're in the mood for it. But I guess the point I even brought all this up is like, games that force you into competitive when you could have a fun like player versus environment like friend romp just kind of tick me off. The Cycle Frontier is at the top of the list. I always complain about that game. So every time you fucking die, you lose everything in your inventory, including like normal utility items that should just be like on your kit all the time. It's just irritating. And then of course a game which I love, but also you can have a bad night, Sea of Thieves. It's a great game. It's really fun to play with your friends cooperatively, but people like griefing is a big part of it. I mean, real pirates in the game are other players who come to kill you and steal your shit. Even though you've been playing for like 3 hours on one voyage or something and you're just having a good time with your homies, here comes like some guys from, you know, Europe who are just like yelling at you, calling you a bitch or something, who sink your ship. And it's like it really irks me. So I guess I just kind of wanted to reach out and say, like, you know, it just seems like there's all these like griefer, sweaty homies or sweaty fucks all over the place who just want to ruin people's day because it's really fun for them. But it seems like most gamers are just out to just like, well, we're just trying to play with their friends, have a good time. Which again, that brings us back to like going to the arcade when we were kids, you know. You go play DDR with the friend, or you play a fighting game or whatever with your friend, or you sit on the couch and you play a game. So I don't know. I just kind of wanted to put that out there. Like, it's just interesting to kind of reflect upon multiplayer games and how they started and how they've grown over the years and where we're at now, where it just seems like trolls kind of run a lot of these games these days. But there's still games like Valheim or Minecraft even, where you can just kind of kick it and build stuff and like chill. So I just want to get the pulse out there. Like, what is everybody really trying to do? Are they trying to get in Apex? Apparently not, because no one I fucking know wants to play that game.
Sorry, we totally shit on your dreams on Twitter earlier today.
Hey, I tweeted out, like, why aren't we playing Apex, guys? And everybody's like, because it's not fun. That's basically what I heard back from everyone.
To be fair, like,
So,
I have a lot of friends
anyway.
that play Apex, and I really wish I was better at it, but it's kind of similar to the way that, like, I mean, it's not fully this way, but the time to kill is just so fast that I feel like
Yeah,
I
big time.
I end up just dying quickly. And yes, you can bring people back, but I find I just spend so much of my nights that I've tried to play Apex with other friends, I spend more time dead than I do alive.
Yeah.
And or like more time not playing than I do playing. And that's why I like Fortnite a lot, because you can totally come back, you can heal yourself up, you can.
Yeah.
I mean, you can in Apex too, but I'm just not as good at it. And then Halo has a different vibe too, and obviously it's not a battle royale, but
Yep.
yeah, I want to be good at Apex. I want to love it. I just I'm terrible at it. So
Yeah, Miguel, any closing multiplayer thoughts?
I miss the old days. Not to sound like that.
I'm
old
with you,
but-
man. I'm with you, dude. Sitting on the couch with your friends. I mean, we've been doing that kind of lately when you come over and record Odd Valley and, like, we just play some games or whatever. It's fun. That's actually, get a Switch. Switch is good for that, I think. A lot of good co-op games on the Switch. Mario Party. You know what I mean? Great.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. A lot of games.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Just remember, you can go out there and have fun with your friends and not just go out there to make people feel bad. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Want to do, and that's how you make yourself feel happy, which is fine.
I mean, yeah,
suppose.
good point. You know what? If me being mad makes you happy, I guess good for you, man. I'm happy you're happy, buddy. But you kind of wasted my 3-hour voyage, you sons of bitches.
I mean, it's kind of like real piracy, right? Like occasionally,
True.
like the Spanish Armada just comes along and fucks your day up.
You're absolutely right. Shout outs to the last podcast on the left for that Blackbeard series. That was incredible. And super eye-opening about real pirates. I have one last quick segment. Miguel, do we have time, or are we going to skip it?
Gotta be real quick.
It's going to be really quick. This segment's called Pretend Like You're on Multiplayer Yelling at some kid. Go ahead. Gage. What do you like when you're
okay.
mad?
So when I played briefly, sorry, real quick aside. Briefly on Oculus Quest, I played a game called Echo Arena, which is a multiplayer kind of basketball-ish VR game filled with nothing but like 7 to 13-year-olds, and it was a fucking nightmare hellscape in there. And it was just awful. And so it'd be like, oh my god, you fucking old dude, like what? And then they'd say all sorts of words I'm not gonna say online. And I was like, you guys, I felt so bad. I was like, I tried to come in there and just be like, okay, like let's all be nice to each other and work together as a team. And they're like, you fucking, and then they would say bad words I don't want to say.
What do they call you?
Yeah.
What's the word? Can you put the letter?
They call me a bundle of sticks a bunch. I'm like, aren't Gen Zers PC and stuff?
No.
And yeah, I was getting a lot of that. I was getting a lot of like just weird stuff. Weird things. I didn't know.
Young boys.
Yeah. Young children.
A lot of young boys.
Yeah.
A lot of
weird.
Who feel like they have a lot to prove.
They sure do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Miguel, you got anything? What would you shout, or what has been shouted at you? Something.
Oh, I'm gonna go fuck your mother now, and then I'd quit.
Ah, yes.
Classic.
Yeah. I just say like, what do I yell when I'm mad? Fuck you, you little piece of shit, you fucker. You're in your fucking basement. I bet you don't even have a job. Who bought you that PS5, you little fucking guy? Or if I was on Sea of Thieves, I'd be like, why did you sink me, dude? Why? That's all I got.
If I was on Sea of Thieves, I always stay in character, so I'd be like, "Yar, why did you dare sink my ship, you little land lover?" Like that. That's how I do it.
Or if I'm in Cycle, this is probably what they hear. No!
Like, yeah, that's clipped all of that. So
that's
all
it.
right.
Yeah, that's good. That was a fun segment, everyone. What are our endorsements for today?
That was a really good segment.
Let's start with Miguel. I knew you would like it. Miguel, what's your endorsement for this week, man?
Noodles of all kinds. Hand-pulled noodles, if possible.
Noodles?
If you're in Las Vegas, artisan noodle.
Artisan
Delicious.
noodle?
Shanged artisan noodle.
Shanged artisan noodle.
S-H-A-N-G, Shang.
Shang artisan noodle. Okay, I'll pull that up.
I will send you a link.
Okay, well.
Beautiful.
I just Googled it.
Delicious.
It's already Googled.
Lunch are great.
I'm gonna have some noodles for dinner. I'm excited.
Nice.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah, that place is really good.
Cool. I'll just jump in and do mine really quick.
Go for it.
I haven't even been here, okay? But I have to endorse it. Another kind of funny community member that I was chatting with earlier today. I lost the thing here. I'm sorry. Not the Lysander. Not the Lysander. Is that how you pronounce it?
Not the Lysander. Yes.
Yes, not the Lysander. He told me about this big bouncy house apparently that's in New York. And it looks like this. Just a big ass fucking air conditioned bouncy house that adults can go to, and I don't know. I don't know if you can drink there or something, but I'm just gonna throw out an endorsement to it. What's it called?
At the Museum of Sex in Manhattan, which is a fantastic museum. Nice. There is a bouncy room that is all tits that you can jump on. Bunch of bouncy tits.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
That's awesome. It's a fantastic.
It's called Pop in the City. So if you live in New York somewhere, New York City's Greeley Square. Pop in the City. Check it out. Yep. What do you got?
That sounds awesome.
Gage, what's your thing?
I'm going to endorse getting into a bad reality TV show with your significant other.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So bad reality television, not my thing really. But
you got at least one?
A while back, I mean, there's many now, but a while back, one of my wife's best friends was really into The Bachelor/Bachelorette, and we kind of turned watching it into like a drinking occasion, and we'd always like just get together and just kind of, I don't know, I would mostly just shit on it for the most part, but it kind of got into it in a fun way, and now my wife and I will kind of make it a ritual to sit down and watch it and just kind of make fun of these dorks and just not really take it seriously, but like just have a good time, like just watching trash television and making it like a fun event. And she really digs it, and I think it just is a fun kind of just fun activity to do with each other. And so I just recommend, even if you think that it's all garbage, which it is, like just
that's the point.
Have fun in the act of having fun with your significant other and watch it. Yeah.
I would 100% agree with you, and I highly recommend 90 Day Fiancé.
Oh
yeah.
I keep
that
telling
is a trash fire of a show.
I keep telling Mochi Squeeze we need to watch that shit.
It's great.
Yeah, F-Boy Island. Season 1 was kind of fun, I guess. Season 2, I don't know. I feel like the joke was already on it, and we all know HBO Max is done making original content, so I don't know. I forget the other one. There was another one we were watching. I think I endorsed it one week. I can't remember.
Love Island is fun. That one is that one just seems like they just all get together on an island and just bone. It's like there's the weird thing about that show is there's no like activities or challenges or anything like that. It's just a bunch of people hanging out in a mansion on an island and just like getting it on pretty much. But that's pretty good.
Also, The Circle is pretty interesting. If you haven't checked that out,
the first season of that was like so dystopian and weird because it like came out during the pandemic. But I didn't really like the subsequent seasons.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember the other ones we watched. There was like one that was really good. Oh, you know what? It's the fucking Joe Millionaire one is the one I'm thinking of. Joe Millionaire was pretty fucking funny, where it's like the original show is they all thought he was a millionaire, but at the very end he was revealed that he wasn't, and then they were to see if like were they going to stay together or not. And the new show was like there's two guys and they have to try to figure out which one's a millionaire and which one's the other one. Although the other guy is like he's still rich, so it's like what's the point? Anyway, fellas, I think that's a wrap. How do we end the show again?
A wrap.
I feel like I keep asking this. What do we say? Do we do something?
We I don't think we've come up with a specific catchphrase yet.
Do we do something? Does something happen?
Excelsior!
Excelsior!
I like that. Although they say Stan Lee, is a contentious guy sometimes, but rest in peace to him too. You know what I'll say to you? Rest in peace to you in the future, and we'll see you next time on
Wow.
Neon Pocket Dimension, y'all. Take it easy.